W.F. Howes presents an unabridged recording of Joseph and His Brothers, Book 1, by Thomas Mann, narrated by Mark Elstob. Introduction. Between 1926 and 1942, Thomas Mann laboured off and on for a total of 10 years at what he called his pyramid, Joseph and His Brothers, the great literary monument that he hoped would tower over all the other works for which he is now remembered. It is half a century now since Mann's death, and although The Magic Mountain, Dr. Faustus, Death in Venice and Buddenbrooks still find their readers, a mere 5 decades have apparently sufficed to raise the pyramid of Joseph, leaving few traces of what Mann intended as his magnum opus. Why? For starters, there is the book's publishing history. Germany's history. The first volume, The Stories of Jacob, appeared in October 1933. The Nazis had spent their first 9 months tightening the terror. Thomas Mann and his family were already in exile, and there were few who dared express open approval of the book. Despite mounting difficulties, S. Fischer Verlag managed to publish a small edition of Volume 2, Young Joseph, in April of the following year. By 1936, however, S. Fischer had already been forced to move to Vienna, where Joseph in Egypt was published. The Nazis allowed the work to be sold inside the Reich, but permitted no reviews, and engaged in bureaucratic chicaneries to make sure it did not sell. Joseph the Provider appeared then in neutral Stockholm in 1943. After the war, modest editions were offered once or twice a decade, the first in 1948, but the work never recovered from its shaky early years. The sheer bulk of the thing surely worked against it as well. 4 formidable volumes, a veritable encyclopedia of ancient Near Eastern myth, history, theology, and cultural anthropology, and all just to retell a once familiar Bible story? And who in post-war Germany would read it? Many Christians found it heterodox to the point of heresy. Any Jewish readership had been largely exterminated in the death camps. Communists in the East had no use for a religious Thomas Mann. Intellectuals in the West were not particularly keen on biblical novels either. Besides, in 1947, Mann's Dr. Faustus had become the focus of interest for Mann's readers. It spoke directly to the evil that had befallen Germany and the world. Joseph seemed more remote than ever. On this side of the Atlantic, the book's reception, if seldom enthusiastic, was...
Sample complete. Ready to continue?